Hey everybody, this is Steve Moore, owner of Run More, a brick and mortar run specialty shop located in Westminster, Maryland. Also proud to be one of the top 50 running stores in the country. We're very excited today to be doing a brand new shoe review on the Altra Provision 4. We have been carrying Altra since we opened in 2014, and we've carried a bunch of different versions of the Provision. This is definitely the biggest update they've had on the shoe in all the versions that we've carried from it. So we have a lot to get into, so let's dive right in. Technically, the Provision is a stability shoe. If you're familiar with previous iterations of this shoe, it used to be built on a medial wedge. Okay, so the inside of the shoe, the medial side, was slanted 2 millimeters taller than the outside. So that was designed to kind of help slow down any overpronation as you were landing. So it was built this way, designed to roll you to the lateral side. That's how the shoe always was. It was fun. It was great. They've got away with that. They've done a bunch of different ways to enhance the stability on it and also making it a more versatile shoe that's available for the masses and not just for our people that need a little extra stability. So the no longer is built on that wedge. It's no longer 2 millimeters higher from the inside to the outside. So first off, on the specs of it, we've added just a little bit of stack height on it. So the previous generation of this shoe, the Provision 3.5, was 24 millimeters of stack height off the ground. So now we've added a little bit to 27. Our weight is still about the same. At the men, we're coming in at 10.5, and the women were at 8.2. So still pretty much exactly the same where we are. And to put that in sort of comparison, because I love to throw the numbers out there, but just to sort of put that on the scale, this shoe weighs in just a pinch more than a Torin, but about an ounce lighter than a Paradigm. So if you sort of know your scale of Ultras, it's right smack in the middle between a lot of their more popular brands. Being that is an Ultra, it is also still a zero drop shoe, so your heel and your toe are on the same nice platform with arch support on the medial side. It also has that gorgeous foot-shaped toe box to allow your toes to splay, increase circulation, all the other wonderful things that Ultra does with their nice rounded toe box. So how are we getting our stability on this shoe if we've taken away that wedge? So a couple different things. They've added guide rails, and that seems to have been the most popular thing that people have been doing over the last, I'd say, year to 2 years, is putting guide rails on shoe. Ultra's first shoe that was doing that was the Paradigm. It's one of our favorite shoes in the shop is the Paradigm. We've had great success with the last couple of versions, but it's really easy to visualize having bumpers and guide rails on your shoe. So if you're a pronator, inward or outward, it's just going to hold your foot in place. And each set of shoes has its own set of guide rails, so if one foot is a little wonky, it can fix this foot without adjusting the other one. A traditional stability shoe has usually got more support on the medial side, so it's always pushing to the outside. So both feet are constantly going to the outside. So if one foot might be nice and neutral and one foot might be overpronate, now you're kind of doing two different things. So this has its own set of protection on both feet. Great. It's really easy to visualize. It makes sense to me. I tend to supinate on my right foot. I tend to be a little more natural and neutral and midfoot strike on my, not any stability issues on my left foot. So this shoe and most shoes that have that guide rails are great for me because they can fix one without adjusting the other one. So that's the one thing they did on this. The other thing is through proprioception, they have added this cool, it's called their Innovarch. It's their new proprietary way of doing stability. It has this sort of net on the inside of your shoe. It goes all the way through this little mesh net that sits inside the medial side. So as you tighten up your shoe, this little net on the inside cups and holds your arch in place. You can kind of feel as you tighten the shoe, this sort of, again, the best way I can describe it is like in my head I'm visualizing somebody running through the jungle and stepping in like a booby trap net and dangling below. That's sort of what I'm feeling with my foot as I tie my shoe, and it's snugly hugs around my foot, around my arch, and you can feel that extra stability on the medial side with that little Innovarch. I got to see this shoe last year, and I just thought that was the coolest thing. Their original designs had even more of that to it, but this is a perfect amount of stability on that inside. It feels great and it feels relatively fast because if you run in like the Paradigm, while it's an awesome shoe, it is a little bit heavier. So this shoe coming in at the weight that it is, it's that perfect mid-cushion stability shoe. But because of the way that the structure of the guide rails and even that arch support we just talked about, if you are a neutral striking runner, it's not going to move you around any which way. So by removing the wedge from this shoe and making this just for somebody that used to just be an overpronator or somebody who's crashing in on the medial side, this shoe is now going to be great for pretty much anybody that wears it. It also, unlike a Torin, this shoe does weigh a little bit more of a Torin. That Torin is so squishy, soft, and great. This shoe has some responsiveness to it. It's a 1 millimeter taller in stack height, so it is a little bit, just a pinch taller than a Torin, but it feels more responsive, and it does feel a little bit firmer, but not in a bad way. I really dig the way that it feels, and I feel super fast in this shoe when I'm running into it. I like my Torin, but I definitely do feel sometimes just a little bit slower into it because it is softer. I feel nice and snappy in this. The other cool thing that this shoe did, it has these dimples on your little removable insole. And most, if you pull out the insole of most of your shoes, it's just like a little crappy piece of cardboard or whatever. There's nothing to it. So in this shoe, it has all these little dimples that run up and down to it. And when you're standing in it and you're sort of scrunching your toes, it feels awesome. When you put your foot in there, it's like a little massage on your foot. It's supposed to help with tired feet. It's supposed to help with a little bit of circulation. It just feels really good. And you're kind of naturally, when you're standing there and you're running and you're sliding onto it, it just feels like you're running your foot over like a little washboard or something. It's just a nice sort of refreshing feel on your feet. And again, we have people that come into the shop all the time that say, I have tired feet. There's not like they're dealing with a specific injury. They're not coming in with Achilles tendonitis or something. They just say, I got tired feet. I work all day or I run all day, whatever it may be. This is sort of the design idea for those type of people to give that little extra circulation, a little bit of a refreshing feeling under their foot. We have these little Moji foot massagers around the shop that people constantly come and put their foot on and play with. And this is like a little something like that inside your shoe. So a really interesting, cool design to add to a shoe. And it was just one of those little thoughtful approaches of like, instead of just throwing a cheap little throwaway item inside your shoe, they actually took the time to put a nice, cushy, rubber, dimpled insole inside their shoe. I'm a big fan of it. So the new Provision 4.0, for us, it's been really great. We just got it in this week, but I've had a chance to run it before, and people that have tried it on and people that are Altra fans so far have really been digging it. And it's nice, too, because, again, we have such a wide range of people that we can put this shoe into. We've had people that are telling me they're running for a marathon, they're getting ready for a marathon that feel comfortable with the amount of cushion and structure this shoe has, that they have no problem going out there and trying to run 26.2 in it. And we have people that are coming from like the Escalante and just wanted to try something new in the Altra family. And this has been a good shoe for them to pop on and try. Speaking with Altra is, there's always talk about how wide the shoe is, because Altra doesn't come in widths. So people that have been coming with the brand for a long time, some of their stuff is super wide and some of their stuff is on the narrower side of wide. This feels like that perfect happy medium for me. It kind of fits to me like the current version of the Torin. Some stuff like the new Escalante 2.0 and such, it feels a little snug for an Altra. This actually feels like it has some nice width to it. I mean, this is a men's 10, and you can tell it's got some nice width to it. And it also fits really true to size to me. Again, that's one of the bugaboos that Altra has had over the years is their sizing discrepancies. But this popped on, and everybody that we've tried this on that we might be pulling a size 10 or 8.5, whatever it may be, we've had zero issues where we've had to go up or down in sizing. It fits really well to size. It feels like the width is there for you true Altra fans that really like that extra width in their shoe. This is just going to be a great shoe for $130, but if you go onto our website and use promo code RUNMORE, you'll save 10% and we'll ship it out to you for free. Thank you so much for watching, and if you've enjoyed our reviews, give us a like, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, all that good stuff. Tell a friend, tell a neighbor. It really helps us find new customers out there, and we really love what we do, and we hope to continue to keep doing this for you fine folks. Thank you so much, and as always, we'll see you out there.